Hi, I'm Kristen Rosenberg. I'm a holistic health intuitive and strategist, and I'm here to give you the Angel and Oracle reading for July 2025. I'm so happy you're here and so happy to give you this message, and I hope you enjoy it. If you do enjoy it, please like or subscribe to this video or to my channel. Wherever you're watching this, I really appreciate that as well. So let's get started. The angels that came through for the message for July of 2025 are Archangel Haniel and Archangel Raphael. There were two this month. And I'll just go over the angels very quickly. There's information out on the internet that you can look up on your own. There's many books on this topic if you want to know more about these angels. The Archangel Haniel, she's the booster of true joy from deep within that is not attached to external factors, but that comes from source. So she is often known as the joy of God. She's also associated with the full moon, psychic abilities, spiritual gifts and helping people with their spiritual gifts. And boosting intuition. So she's a fun angel and a bringer of joy. So love it when she comes through. Archangel Raphael is also here. He's also come through this year in different messages and readings that I've done. He is the angel of healing. He brings a lot of love to help people heal in their relationships and also mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So two great angels to come through. So for the message for July, what I've been seeing, or what I was seeing this morning, it kind of continues from last month. From June, what the vision that I had was and I'll show this on the slide here. The picture at the top is this astronaut kind of floating out in space. And that's what came through for June. That was kind of the vision that I had, that we were in a state of reflecting, kind of being held in stillness, but kind of floating around, not sure which direction to go. So we were kind of being introspective and reflecting on where we want to head next, not making any decisions or moving in any direction, but just kind of suspended and going within to get some clarity on what's coming through. So that image came to me for July this month. That's the starting point. And the images kind of shifted as the vision or whatever the message was unfolding for me. And so on the slide, you can see the astronaut at the top of the screen, and then just follow the pictures, the images that I put in there in a clockwise direction. That's what I'll be referring to as I talk to you about what was going on, what I was seeing for this month. So we start with the astronaut picture. We're in space. I keep getting these space images. So in some regard, I feel like when I'm seeing space, it's for the collective sometimes, but for this message, yes, it's a kind of a collective message for all of us. So starting out in this reflective space and place, and the message that I'm hearing is from Archangel Haniel and Raphael, is that it's time to explore within. Peace and understanding begin deep within. And Haniel is about going deep within and being attached to source and connecting to that peace within. So that was a poignant message, I thought, for sure. So what I'm seeing, I'm just going to close my eyes and go back into this, and you can follow along in the images that you're seeing on the slide. So what's happening is that we are that astronaut trying to find ourselves, trying to find our direction, trying to find our sense of purpose, and going within to do that. And as we're doing that, we're suspended in space, looking out into space. And what I see is this light, this like nebula of light coming through the darkness. and it kind of eats away at all the darkness in space and just has this bright, beautiful light shining in front of me. Um, and what I see for that is that as we've been going through this self-evaluation, reflection, inward work, that clarity is coming to us, that things will be illuminated, truths will be shown to us in our personal life and possibly in greater society too. Um, there will be light in the darkness and an illumination that brings clarity to us. While we may not have known where we were going, it seems that there will be something coming to us. There will be information or some kind of light. Things are going to shift that will bring that clarity to us and help us know the direction that we want to go in. So, again, they're saying it's time to explore within. That's what they said. Peace and understanding begin here within. So, as that light was coming through, like the whole picture just got completely lit up, like we were looking at the sun. And then all of a sudden, the scenes shifted again to the next picture on the slide. It was a space picture again, but with a ton of planets, and it didn't necessarily look like our solar system. I just saw all these planets, and then all of a sudden we zoomed in on a particular planet, and it was a blue planet. So kind of like the picture you're seeing on the slide there, it was similar to that. And I kind of zoomed into the planet, and when I was on the planet, kind of went through this mist of clouds and then landed on the planet. All I could see was this like crystalline landscape, which is similar to the picture that's also on the slide. It didn't look like blocks like the crystalline structures there. It looked more angular and pointy, but in a pretty way. If you could picture the Frozen Castle from Disney's Frozen movie, Elsa's Frozen Castle, it would kind of look like that, or even the fortress in the Superman movies, the old ones, where it was just this crystalline structure. It's very beautiful, pretty, sparkling, clear structures. And that's kind of how the whole landscape looked, like a bluish, clear color and a flowing blue river. Very pure, very clean. It's just very beautiful, white and blue and clear structures, shining and sparkling. So I was kind of asking them, like, why am I here? What are you showing me? And first of all, it felt like some kind of cosmic nod to past civilizations, something ancient, uh, wisdom of some kind. So that element was there. I didn't get more clarity about that, but an awareness of cosmic beings and other family, cosmic family that are in existence, and just to bring up the idea that there may be a presence. So that was interesting, and I didn't get more on that. But the whole representation of this planet was about telling us that clarity, vision, and awakening and revitalization are coming. That there is a newness in our purpose and what we want to create on a larger level in society. Yeah, again, something new and something radically different in what we see. The glass-like structures that we're seeing, these new structures that we want to see in our society have transparency. And those structures are held in place by that transparency, the truth of that transparency. They allow for truth, honesty, integrity, and for us to be able to build something soulful and beautiful that lasts. Um, Something that is in flow, harmony, and peace. So that's what these structures kind of represent to me, is that for the desire and the longing and for this new direction, for what we've been evaluating as that astronaut last month. You know, I believe that a lot of us who are probably listening to this video and you're following me, we want something new. And so we've been contemplating that, and now we're moving toward that. So we're getting more clarity about our vision and what we want to see in our lives, and we want to build something new based on truth, honesty, integrity, transparency, love, harmony, and peace. So that's what I'm seeing, what this means for us, that we want something completely new. And I asked the angels, I'm like, why am I seeing this? Can you explain this further? And they said that we need to reimagine what is possible, to allow it to flow into our consciousness and be the builders of a new age, to allow us to be the builders of a new age, along with our thoughts and energy. So this is where our personal energy mastery becomes necessary. It's the work that's necessary to build a new age, a new time, a new way on the planet Earth. Our thoughts are the builders of the world, and our personal energy is what fuels the thought blocks and materials that build our reality. So we really have to be conscious of what kind of energy we're running, because it will affect our thoughts, and that's what's created in our reality and in our world, and even out into the cosmos it radiates. So they're showing us that there is a new way, and it's kind of what we want, but also bringing it back home to us to make us understand that our energy, our thoughts, is our responsibility, because that is what we're creating. So we really have to be conscious of that. So the angels again are saying, choose wisely. And in that regard, we want to bring this message to the individual level also, so that the individual understands how their inner work feeds into the building of new worlds and new realities. So that's very interesting. And it speaks again to all the work that we've been doing up till now on ourselves inwardly. So it's really important. And the fact that they're showing me these new structures kind of feels to me like we're on the cusp of building those things now, that these things can come into our realities. There is the chance for that if we keep doing this work. So keep doing your meditation and going inward, and checking on your energy, because this feels like a time of change, that things are going to be shifting, and it's showing us that, kind of like from the astronaut to the crystalline structure, that we're in the process of shifting things for ourselves. So the angels did say that they want to bring this back to a personal level too. So yes, meditation, all of that, but they showed me more. So a couple of readings ago, I'm not sure if it was last month or the month before, they showed me this portal going, showing me a scene of a mansion, or a house of some sort. And they brought me back to that picture also. But now the house looks much bigger. And I think it was like in a snow globe before. In my other reading, it showed me a house in a snow globe, but it's not that anymore. It's an actual house. This is representative of our personal souls, like our inner selves. And the angels were inviting me into the house. So I went into the house and I was led to a study. And basically, I thought that was a wonderful place to start, a room of study where we're learning about ourselves. This is part of the inner journey where we're going to learn, grow, and expand. This is the starting point for our inner journey. And in the study, there's a telescope also that is positioned upward. So we're not only looking inward, yes, that is like the major part of this journey on an individual level, but it's also reminding us to look outward, into nature, into our world, but also upward into the skies, and to be aware of whatever is going on cosmically. now and in the future. So there's awareness of everything above, below, inward, outward, all around us, multidimensional awareness. That's what's coming to me. And so I'll just read a little bit of my notes that I made about this. Glasses. So in showing me that telescope, they want us to become aware of the greater cosmos outside of ourselves, the stars, the planets, and possible intelligent life outside of ourselves as well. They're also showing me shelves and shelves of books, kind of like my bookshelves here, just everywhere. I know my background is very kind of like messy with all the books, but I love books. And they're telling us that we're here to learn and gain more knowledge about ourselves and understand that it's all about learning in this mansion that we are a part of source. So as we're going through the mansion, the whole house, it's that we're a part of source and we're here to learn all about ourselves as part of the greater whole of source. So this room is about knowing ourselves in an earnest way. The theme is actually know thyself. That's the message. That's our marching orders for the study room that we're in. Know thyself, and to cultivate knowledge, whether through books, through experience, through relationships, through living in our world. Know thyself. Use everything that you experience to learn more about yourself and to shift your energy based on what you learn about yourself through all of these experiences. Inwardly and outwardly, based as represented by the telescope that's in this message too. And what I'm hearing them say is that it's our first room together. It is the exploration of self and the soul's relation and interaction with the world. It is to know thyself that is the theme of this room. This mansion will guide future messages, and it is the starting point, the base for growth. For without self-discovery, awareness, and knowledge, your energy will not be regulated in a way that serves you. So as you work to kind of know thyself, you'll start to connect or maybe bring more awareness to that small, peaceful voice that lives within you. And that's your guiding light, your angels, source, pushing you along, helping you, supporting you, giving you information about which direction is the right way or the best and highest way for you to go for fulfillment. Along with the study of self-knowledge, here is the time to create some discipline too, if you haven't already, around spiritual practices like meditation, breath work, healing modalities, energy work, prayer, affirmations, listening to music, doing volunteer work. These can all lift the soul and the soul's vibration to bring healing and more knowledge about yourself. So this study room is a room representing self-study, bringing up questions for you too, like, who are you? What is it that you want from your life? What do you want to create in your world, in your life, and the greater collective? These are big questions. And I think they're relevant to our societies, governments, systems, all sorts of things that are being called into question right now in our world. And these questions are not necessarily ones that are going to be answered in 1 month or 1 year or 1 decade, or even a century potentially. They're very big, but they are being placed in front of us right now. So we think about the new foundations that we want to put in place in order to build an authentic foundation that's in alignment with our soul's longing, purpose, and desire. This lifts the energy of your life and world and creates transformation. So that's what the angels want us to know about that. So start asking ourselves those bigger questions. And while we're reflecting and studying, keep those in the back of our mind to mull over as we're thinking about moving forward and what we're building in our lives and what we want to see. They're also saying some of you may feel fearful about all of the shifting and changing that's taking place, but they want to say that it's all for the greatest and highest good, and it's bringing you a higher level of potential and freeing you from the people, places, and situations that are not allowing you to fully express the trueness of who you are. The purpose of this study is to take a look at ourselves, understand our nature, what is working and what isn't working, and to up-level our existence, to grow and expand and bring a greater expression of love from within for ourselves, our loved ones, for our fellow man, the collective, and our world. And it all begins with energetic self-mastery within. So the angels are suggesting that you continue to set a practice of study, which is meditation, breath work, prayer, and so forth that we've already mentioned. So bring awareness to your physical world, nature, the skies, the stars, moon, sun, and planets. Appreciate this inner exploration to affect outer transformation. So there we have our orders to keep going within, but now that we're still doing that work inward, also be aware that we're looking outward and see the connection between the two. Just bring that into your consciousness and ask yourself some questions about what you really want to see in your life, because right now it sounds like with all the work we've been doing, it will be more powerfully manifested. So whatever you're thinking about and concentrating on will start to come in your life, whether positive or negative. So it really is wise to focus on the positive and what good things you want to see and build in your life. At the same time, I was also seeing, while I was seeing that space vision, I kind of saw a fireball kind of shoot through. I was seeing a lot of fire, and the angels are saying that it will be a fiery month. It's a time of movement, upheaval, and potential chaos in the world. It's the fire. And so what they're saying about the fire is that it's the fire of change and transformation that's necessary for shifting. It may bring some fear, but whatever is happening, it's orchestrated and it's necessary to lift the earth into greater frequency and light. They're saying, follow your heart in this time. Living in heart energy is called for. And living in heart energy is also part of energy mastery, which is what we've been talking about in this video. Living in the heart energy means silencing the mind and breathing and dropping into our bodies, having complete awareness that we are souls living in this body. So we drop into our hearts and feel the energy and love that is actually our natural state. And living in that natural state as soulful beings, we allow ourselves and our lives to be created and guided from that space. That's the freedom of the soul, they're saying. So we want to tap into that. So no matter if things are shifting and changing and things look chaotic and kind of fiery, stay in that heart space, stay there, keep breathing, and know that it's all shaking out and happening for the greatest and highest good. Okay, and now on to the card reading for July. What I love about these cards, and I'll just read the question that I asked, what are we being called to learn this month? And these three cards came up. These cards are from the map, The Enchanted Map by Colette Baron Reid. And what I really loved about these cards is that there's an element of light in each one, and you can see the light kind of breaking through in each one, kind of like I saw with the nebula in that space image on the last slide. So that was very cool. The first card, the Golden Palace on the left, and it's different aspects of light, right? So this one's like the moon, very mysterious, coming through. And what I also love about this Golden Palace is the card name. You know, we see this palace here, and it kind of reminds me of, excuse me, the inner mansion that is being referenced in the reading as well. So it's this structure. And this card is typically a sign of wealth and good fortune, of good things to come. So that's a very positive thing, especially in terms of doing our inner work. I think it will reap many rewards going within. And this card also tells us that knowing our inner value is so much more important than material wealth. And when we really value ourselves as people and who we are, that leads to greater riches than just chasing material wealth. So the two aspects of that, of knowing our value plus the fact that there is a beautiful structure here that kind of represents our inner selves, is really cool in relation to the mansion element of the angel message. So very, very neat. So I really feel like the angels are coming through to tell us that this inner exploration and going into this mansion of who we are and exploring it will bring us much good fortune. And I think it will radiate out into the world also in terms of our frequency. So love that first card. The next card, Wizard of Awareness, was actually upside down, but I wanted you to be able to see it more clearly upright. But yes, it's reversed. And this card is about releasing our attachment to a specific outcome. And the message from the angels also talked about this too. Um, it's calling us to trust in the flow and just to release what we think should be happening for ourselves or what we think should be happening in the world. That's not necessarily going to be the case, but just be in our hearts, be in gratitude for what we do have, for what's happening, because everything that is happening is a lesson. It's a gift. It's something that we can use to uh, know more about ourselves. And when we do that, we shift our energy, we up level it, um, we become energy masters. So let go of the need to be attached to an outcome or expect something specific to happen. This card tells us to be a neutral observer of what's happening in our lives. And I love that because it kind of, when I hear those two words as being a neutral observer, it brings me back to the study room of the message as well. So we are to be students of the energy, be students of what's happening in our life, study it, observe it, um, take notes on it, and understand how we're being affected, how we're affecting others in our reactions, behaviors, thoughts, and words. Really study ourselves and become aware of what we're bringing to our lives too, how we're participating, how we're fueling what's happening in our lives, behaviors, situations, events, our relationships with people. So to be a student and a neutral observer. uh, Stay in that study, meditate on it, and be still. And in that stillness, answers will come to you, but release the need to be attached to how things should work in your life. And the third card, Dry Desert, I've been getting this one a lot lately. This one was also reversed, and it feels like just an extension of the Wizard of Awareness. It is also about detaching from expecting any specific outcome. Even if you're having a difficult time, you may feel lost. Just detach from outcome and know that spirit is with you, even in difficult times. If you're searching, if you're feeling lost and alone, spirit is there with you. Um, and this card also in this reverse position means that let go of the outcome, but also know that spirit is bringing you something even better than you might imagine or expect or want as an outcome. That spirit is working on something that's even better for your greatest and highest good. So I love that. So we're going into the palace, doing our inner exploration that will bring great fortune for us while also letting go of our expectations, attachment to outcomes, being the neutral observer, and spirit will bring us something better as we do that. So, loving that. That's what we're called to learn this month. And then there's one more card that I picked as well. Just wanted to know, what is the dominant energy at work this month? And the card that came up is It Is What It Is. And I think I've drawn this one before a couple of readings ago. This is again about radical acceptance. Um, just looking at what's happening in front of us and having gratitude for it. We're going to learn from whatever is happening here. And it's where we start. It's our starting point for change. If we don't sit in acceptance of what is, how will we ever change what is? So that's what this card is about. So if we want to build something new, create new foundations, bring in the new, we have to look at what is actually here that needs changing, to accept it, look at it for what it is, have gratitude for us being able to see that, so that we can then build on top of that. And allow something new. And this card, if you're looking at it, there is a door. So when we accept what is and sit with it and have gratitude for it, we also open up our energy. We open up our energy to flow. And when the energy flows, new doors can open. The new can come in, and things can change and transform. And so that's a pretty cool card too, because it ties in with the angel message as well, that we're building something new. In order to do that, we need to accept what it is here, and let go of our expectations of what we think should be here, or what we think our reality should be. Because if it's not what it is, then we're not going to change anything. Let's get rid of all those expectations and thinking that we should be doing something, or that something should be happening. That's not what's happening. Look at what's here, and we can invite new possibilities into our reality, into our worlds and lives, and make real change. And so that's very exciting. In the context of the reading and what's for us, especially in light of the fact that July might be kind of a fiery month with lots of things going on. There is hope. There are positive things that can come into our lives, that Spirit will bring into our lives. We just need to be the students of our own energy, and living in our heart energy, having compassion for ourselves and other people in the world. So thank you so much for being here and listening to this video. If you like it, please click like or subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate that. And if you would like more information from your angels, I also do individual angel readings. I provide individual sessions or packages, and those can be really helpful for people too, just for more guidance and clarity in your life. So if you would like to find more information about that, I'll put links in the description box or in the comments or wherever you're watching this video, or you can visit inspiretruewellness.com. So again, thank you for being here, and I hope that the angels bring you much true wellness, light, and love this July, and I'll be back next month in August with more messages. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.